Hi everyone! Welcome to Monday's live stream. Today is September 9th and it has been a while. So 2 seconds while I get the chat up. I kind of posted last minute that I'd be streaming, so if you're watching the playback, feel free to skip ahead to where we get started. Hi Pat! Hun, I just booted up my recording phone and I noticed that you messaged me, so I'm gonna go through all of those messages after the stream. I don't know why I'm not getting notifications on my regular phone and I always forget to check for them. So there's a few of you that I need to get back to and I do apologize. Hi Cindy, hi Kim, hi Shannon, Jody, how are you, sweetheart? How are you all? I've missed you guys. Life has been so crazy lately. And we just dropped little man off for his first day of kindergarten a little bit ago, so kind of a weird day. It's weird not having him around the house. But I don't work till 3, so I figured I would jump on and actually stream for once, because I have been missing you guys and streams and coloring in general, because I've not done much of that lately. Hi Agnes, hopefully that's okay. I don't think I can pronounce your name properly. So how is everybody? Anything exciting happen while I've been kind of MIA? I've been lurking in some of the streams, but haven't really had the time to really chat much. And I always hate popping in and then leaving right away, so I've just quietly lurked when I've had time to. Oh, I envy you, Jody. I could probably use a nap today. Aw, thanks. Me too. Hi, Yvonne. He was definitely very excited. He did good at orientation. We did that on Friday. And he got to meet his teacher, and he likes her already, which is good. I'm happy about that. Hopefully I still have all of these colors. It's been a while. I'm going to continue with the page that I started for the Disney Colorathon. Still haven't finished it. So that's literally how busy I've been. And that was 2 weeks ago, so let's see. Don't need that one quite yet. Dark Umber, Tuscan, Burnt Ochre, and Bronze. Those 4. Okay. So I've been kind of working on, see, this is Rita Berman's 4 Seasons book. I love these books. I need all of them. So I've been kind of working on this page for my the coloring hashtag for the channel for this month, which is Fall into Fall 2019. So I've kind of been chipping away at the acorns, and then I think it was last night or maybe the night before I decided to kind of color this little branch here and the strawberry. So I'm kind of loving this page because I can just pick an item and just focus on that and color it. So I'm not worried about the whole page, just coloring the items individually. And honestly, that is the only way I've been able to color lately because I just don't have the time. Hi, Kenny. How are you, sweetheart? Yeah, the freedom is nice, Kim. It definitely is. Even now, I enjoy that. but the house is so quiet. It's definitely going to take some getting used to. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jody. Hopefully you can sleep better then. I know not getting enough sleep is one of the worst things. It definitely is not good physically or emotionally. Oh, I hope you feel better, hun. Yeah, those ear infections are not fun. Hi, Sue. Of course, Kenny. I am really liking it, Pat. I started off really nervous. There's a lot more to the job than I thought because we run food out of the convenience store and coffee, and we do lottery and smoke sales. So there's a lot of machines and technology to get used to, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. There's only 2 or 3 times a day I'm noticing where I get a little bit stuck on something, but for the most part, I think I've got it down, which definitely helps and makes it way more enjoyable. So I wanted to show you guys, and you were right. So I did pick up a couple books. This one I bought, and then the other one my mom bought. So this is Animal Odyssey by Chris Garver, and I actually seen this in at Michael's. I think like a couple months ago for, I want to say like $16, and I was able to get this at the dollar store. They actually had it there at Dollarama for $3. And this book is so cute. This is going to be like one of the first pages I color because look at these cats. Oh my goodness. So if you guys haven't checked out this book, I highly recommend it because it is beautiful. I absolutely love the images. It kind of reminds me of Millie Marotta because it's more like animal based with lots of patterns. But they're not just the normal patterns that she does. Each animal kind of has its own patterns to it, and it's kind of unique to the animal, so I quite like that. There's just some really beautiful pages. I'm sure there's lots of flip throughs, so I'm not going to flip through the whole book. I think I missed that. Look at that kitty. Sorry guys, love the cats. And then the other one, my mom picked this one up for me. It's Color Me Inspired. I've never seen this one before. It's a really interesting book because not all of the pages are black and white. Like they've got these really like realistic looking backgrounds to some of them. And it's kind of like an activity book as well. So she's got this whole little insert here on how you can color the book and like how she intended and what inspired her and whatnot. And then it's got a page for color combinations. And her artwork is really interesting. I love this one. Although at the same time, I love that they've got color in here. It kind of intimidates me a little bit because when I color the bottom of this, it is not going to look anything like the top. And then they've got some nice pretty backgrounds to some of these pages. I'm interested to see how well water works in this. And then she's got some little cards in here that you can cut out. A place where you can add your own pictures and stuff. So it's kind of like an art journal and a coloring book mixed together. As soon as I seen this, I just had to have it. It was a little bit out of my budget though, so my mom grabbed it for me. So I was super thankful for that because there was only 2 left at my dollar store. Little things that you can color and cut out for photo shoots. I figured you would. I knew you would, Jody. This just has so much creativity to it. And I love those pops of color in there. And then she's got this where you can color in the drawings. You can add your own doodles or add pictures, which is pretty cool. She's got lots of inspiring quotes in there and lots of kind of prompts and stuff that you can do, but by no means have to follow. So I'm definitely going to have lots of fun playing around with this book, and I'm going to try and be as creative as I possibly can and kind of thinking outside the box. I love this one. There are a million fish in the sea, but I'm a mermaid. So I never did look to see if you could find this on Amazon or anywhere else. Like I said, I got it in the dollar store though. I meant to look before coming on, but I completely forgot about it. But you definitely try and find it if you're interested. This is my favorite page. It is so beautiful. Some of these I want to cut out and like frame, but at the same time, my OCD is just like, no, don't you dare. So that's all of it. And again, it's Color Me inspired by Christina Webb. And it does say, where was that? I think she's got another one. Oh, right here. There's one called Color Me Creative as well. So I'm going to try and see if I can find that one, especially if it's along the same lines of this one, because I absolutely love it. So I just snoop back in chat here and say hi to everybody I missed. Hi, Rochelle. Yeah, that's all mine usually has, Kim, but I got lucky the other day because they actually had quite a few coloring books. Most of them didn't really, they didn't really interest me though because of the amount of detail in them. It's just a little bit too much. Hi, Melody. Oh, that's okay, hon. You lurk away, sweetheart. I hope you can get some sleep or some rest at the very least. Okay, so it is kind of dreary here today. It's cloudy and kind of miserable and rainy, which is nice, I suppose, because the ground needs it, but not so great for lighting. So if the lighting is poor, let me know and we can try and get my my desk lamp in here, see if that'll help. If not, we'll just carry on. So this is the page that we were working on for the Disney Colorathon, so I figured I'm just gonna keep it simple and just color her in. So I didn't really want to start anything new quite yet. Oh, awesome, Jody. I wonder if it's on Amazon Canada or US. I imagine it probably would be. I'm not sure where else you could get it. And see if I can get this sticker off. I can tell you guys about how much it would cost normally. Oh, see, this is an expensive book normally. It's saying it retails for about $16 US and 20 Canadian. So yeah, getting it for $3 is quite the steal, I would say. Beautiful book, but I'm not sure I'd pay $20 for it. Hi, Zeely. Oh, Jody, I can't wait to see what you do in it. You have to post every page when you color it. I will be looking. Well, waiting and looking. A creep on your page. Okay, so I think I had everything based and I was just going in with the bronze to put everything in, hopefully, because I don't like usually leaving pages unfinished like this, or pieces of it unfinished, I mean, because then I can't quite remember how I colored it. Hi, Shalene. How are you, sweetheart? I think I need more red in here. It's not quite matching the other side. Maybe I wasn't quite finished basing this. I'm not sure. So I do plan on streaming at my normal time on Wednesday as well, because I don't work Wednesday and the little one will be in school. I'm pretty good, can't complain. Life has been busy, but it's definitely been interesting, and I do have to say, if I could toot my own horn a little bit here, I'm quite proud of myself for going out of my comfort zone. And actually, since I started working, I've noticed my anxiety, especially my social anxiety, is not nearly as bad as it was before, so kind of facing that head on is definitely helping. Well, I'd say just focus on the hair then. Skin is hard. I think that's why a lot of people will usually do skin first, especially those who will just kind of kibosh a page if they don't like how it's going. Me personally, if I don't like a page, I try and persevere and finish it, because I've had times where I've not liked how a page was going, but then I finished it and it kind of grew on me a little bit. And Jody, I'm sure it's not quite as bad as you think, because last time you said you ruined a page, I had to disagree, so. So quite proud of both my boys. The little one started kindergarten today, and the big one is working on his secondary schooling. Oh, good. I'm glad that you persevered and kept it. Yeah, she does, doesn't she, Rochelle? You are way too hard on yourself, woman. She has a new one, Shalene? No, I haven't. I've kind of been under a rock in the community, so to say, the whole coloring world. Um, I've lurked and watched some videos here and there, but keeping up with the news and new books and all of that, I'm so behind. I'll definitely look into it though. Well, if you want some advice or just input, you can always send it to me and I can try and help you out. You get some of those pages where you can kind of change the way that they're going and you actually might end up liking them. But then you get some of those pages that just, no matter what you try, they just don't turn out the way you want it to. So I totally understand. I've had quite a few of those myself. Hi, Kim. How are you, hun? Hi, Amanda. Um, I think one of them might. One of my coworkers, I actually was really good friends with in school, and I actually used to work with her and her dad. We'd go to like carnivals and kind of like amusement park places because her dad was kind of like a carny. So we'd have like the games and we would run them, which was always pretty cool. I loved doing that. And then you got to see a lot of different places, and we usually got to go on and stuff for free, which was always pretty cool. So yeah, she works where I do, and she's actually a little bit artistic herself, more into like the manga and that kind of thing, anime. But other than that, no, it's not really something I like to brag about because you get people who you tell them that you color and they look at you like, how old are you? Like, isn't that for kids? And I'm just like, yeah, I just don't tell people. I'm not like ashamed that I color. I don't know. I keep it to myself, I suppose. I would definitely never tell any of them that I do videos on YouTube though, because I don't know, I'm weird like that. People that I know in person watching my videos is, I don't know, intimidating, and I'm not sure why. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I'm sure we've probably all gotten those looks before. Some people just don't understand. I mean, honestly, my own mom doesn't really understand. I tell her that she should color, and then she gives me that look like I'm not a child. But she never gives me that look about me coloring. She always like praises my coloring pages, but her herself, she can't really get into it. Which is totally okay, because it's not for everybody. Wow, really, Rochelle? They went older instead of younger, hey? That's weird. See, most people are like, are you 5? Yeah, some people just don't get it. But that's okay, because, it's our thing, and we do get it, and there's definitely more than a few people that are into it, and I don't think that the phase, well, everybody calls it like a fad, but I don't think it's ever really going to die out. I think it will always be a thing, because I can't really ever see myself not coloring. Aside from those times where I get busy and can't color for like a week or two, but I'm never really going to give up the hobby completely. It's definitely nice to have something that you can kind of put all that creative and just pent up energy and all of that stress. Okay, bear with me here. There we go. Don't know what the heck happened there. I think we go this way. Okay, are we back? We're good? Okay, I think what happened is my phone decided to update YouTube while I was using it. So, fun. And I'm not sure when it cut out, so Amanda, I absolutely love your comment. It sounds like something I would do. block them. That made me laugh. I love that. Thanks, Rochelle. Yeah, I hear you there. I definitely do. I would hate if someone ruined coloring for me or made it, you know, not happy. That's kind of part of why I've taken a step back as well. Mostly because I'm busy, but partly because I'm just kind of sick of all the drama that goes on in the community. So I just kind of decided that I want no part in any of it, and I'm just gonna be happy, love everybody, and just be me. And then hopefully I can get back to streaming and doing some more videos now that I'm kind of getting the hang at work and it's not so stressful. Because the first week or two of working, I would come home and I'd want to color. I'd sit at my desk and like flip through books and like all my works in progress, and just couldn't do it though. I'd just go lay down and go to sleep. But now I can come home from work as long as it wasn't too testing and I can feel a little bit more energetic and not so overwhelmed and tired because of it. I'm excited for Saturday. I get paid Friday, so I got a couple things. I gotta get my passport done, passport photos. I gotta book the little kitty in to get fixed. And I'm gonna take my mom out for lunch because for once in my life I can, which is super nice. So I'm excited for that. What's on Tuesday, Cindy? Hi, Natalia. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I want to say it with an accent like Natalia. It's such a pretty name. I love it. Oh, awesome. I haven't seen that yet. My little one has. He went to the movie theater with his grandma and seen it, but I haven't seen that one yet, and I haven't seen Lion King. I'm excited for both. And going by this side of her hair, I'm pretty sure I probably used the blender pencil. So I'm going to finish this up and then do that. I think that's maybe why it's not looking quite the same. If you mean double, like it has two ends, yeah, it's got one end for normal size pencils and then another end for like really big pencils. I've never used this end. And this end even is too, it's just slightly too big, so I usually have to take a piece of tape and wrap it around the end of the pencils for it to work. But not really a huge deal, it still works. It was super cheap though, and that's probably why it's got some character flaws, but I make it work. I'd like to add a couple more to my collection because it's not too bad if I'm only using one pencil that needs an extender, but if I'm using a few, then this is the only one I have, so I've got to like switch back and forth. It does get a little bit annoying. Not really a huge deal, just slightly annoying. I don't know. Let's find out. Where did I put mine? They'll fit, but they're definitely not big enough for the larger side. However, oh, and they're too big for the smaller side. I could jam it in there, but I don't want to wreck the pencil. Let's see. I imagine you could probably make it work if you needed to. I mean, I suppose when you get close enough to the bottom of the pencil where you would need to use it, it doesn't really matter if it scratches up the side of it anyways, but... Oh, welcome back, Shalene. No problem, Amanda. I can't speak for any other pencil extenders because this is the only one that I've ever had, so... I wonder if there's a way to make the Derwent one softer so it doesn't give you blisters. I've heard great things about the Derwent one. I think that's probably the most used one. that I've heard of anyways. I'm not quite sure about any of the others. This one was like a knockoff one. It was just super cheap. I can't even remember where I got it. I want to say Amazon, but I'm not 100% sure. Bye, Natalia. Have a wonderful day, sweetheart. Ooh, that sounds fun, Cindy. Although I think using derwent inktense on anything is fun, so. Well, that's a good idea, Kim. That could possibly work if you could get one to stretch over it. Maybe even some like washi tape or something around the part where you hold. I wonder if that would be enough to kind of soften it up a little bit. I don't think I've seen that one. I only have two, you could say Coloring Heaven, yeah. I've only got two Coloring Heaven books. And I've only colored a couple pages in each, I think. There's something about the paper in those books that bothers me. I can't quite figure out how to use it. Okay, there's her hair done. Hi, Freedom. Thank you. I'm using the Prismacolor Premier pencils, but I do have derwent inktense as a base. Sorry, it's just reading the Kickstarter update that was sent out. Super, super excited for that. What am I looking for? Oh my goodness. I was thinking, which ones are those? Okay. I was thinking this one, Creative Haven. I've only got two of this one. Coloring Heaven, I love them. Okay, I'm confused now. I always get those two mixed up. They are way too similar in names. But yes, the Coloring Heaven ones are amazing, and you're talking about a Halloween one. So I'm definitely going to have to look into that. Is that the one that they had just for Canada that UK had to order separately? Because I did see a post about that, which I thought was pretty cool. So I think my Walmart should, I was going to check, but I think it should be in on the 20th of October. Which is unfortunate that it wasn't like the 20th of September, but oh well. At least I don't have to wait till like November or December for the Halloween copy. So I won't complain too much. Hey, Bunny! Okay, so what color did I use on her pants? I used the dark umber and bronze. That's it? Okay, apparently. We'll throw in some 10% French gray as well if we need it. And maybe a little bit of black. Okay, I'll have to look into that because I know that they had one that they were specifically sending to Canada because they wanted it to be available before or around Halloween, since we're back like 1 or 2 months behind in the books. But if there's one that I need to order off the websites, I'll definitely have to check that out. I like to wait until there's flip throughs so I can actually see how much of the book I'd like to color, because I'm kind of picky when it comes to books that way. I'll only grab a book if I know that I'll color more than half of it. Or I should say, know that I'd want to color more than half of it. Yes, Rochelle. I can definitely agree with that. I think I should be able to use the kind of texture of this paper to my advantage here. I can make her hat look kind of felt if I want, but I think I kind of want to go for more of like a leather look, kind of like her pants. I think summer is busy for a lot of people. I know for us, we're usually always busy in the summer. So I've got a love-hate relationship with it because it's so warm and I love warm, but I also hate being busy. It's one thing that I do like about winter because I can kind of hide in the house a little bit more. Not so much now since I'm working, but you know, at least you have the excuse it's too cold outside. I'm staying in. Oh, thanks, Cindy. I'm definitely going to look into that because I love everything Halloween. So my bank account might disagree, but I hope I like it. Yes, right, Cajun? Although I don't think you guys get crazy winters there like we do here. I don't know if you would survive one of our winters. You'd seriously never want to leave the house. I'm pretty sure that I was built for like the US or somewhere, you know, less wintry. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, I I want to hibernate in the winters here because I will wear a sweater if it's like 20 degrees out. And I'm not quite sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but that's pretty warm here. And people look at me like I'm insane, and I'm like, I can't help it. I'm just cold. Yeah, we get like -40 sometimes, which I think is also -40 in Fahrenheit. I'm really bad at math, so couldn't tell you for sure. But yeah, it's not fun. Definitely do not recommend it. If anybody visits Canada, visit in the summer. Hi, Art Adventure. Okay, there you go. So yeah, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll have a sweater on. And not like a light sweater either, like a big hoodie. So I always joke around and say it's because I'm cold-hearted. And then everybody I know looks at me like I'm crazy, because as much as I'd like to say that I'm cold-hearted, I probably have too big of a heart, and it bites me in the butt sometimes, but I'd say it's worth it. I don't quite know how the shading on her hat is supposed to be, so I'm just going to kind of wing it and hope for the best. Hi, Lillian. Oh, that's awesome, Art Adventure. It's one of the things that I like about work is there are a couple perks, such as like fountain drinks, coffee, slushies. We can go in and just grab one, even if we're not working, which is pretty cool. So I went and grabbed myself a French vanilla cappuccino, and I'm still working on it. It's really good. Gotta say, my leg's bouncing though. It's a little bit of coffee. Yes, exactly. The good always outweighs the bad. And it's kind of, one of my coworker asked me yesterday if I'd ever worked in retail before. And I was like, no, not really. And I was like, but it kind of helps because I'm kind of a people pleaser. So I'm like always nice to everybody. There's even this one lady in there, she was like mocking me yesterday. She wanted to buy a vaping product. And we have this policy, we cannot sell any vaping products until we scan their ID. And she didn't have her ID on her. And I can't bypass that because if I try and sell it to her without scanning her ID, the till will lock up completely. It'll lock me out. So I was like, tried explaining that to her and telling her I was sorry, and she just kind of mocked me about it and left. So I was like, okay, well, I think she's having a bad day, but my coworker's instantly like, are you okay? It's like, yeah. It doesn't really bother me. I feel bad that I even felt bad that she was upset about it. But, kind of comes with the job. Most people are nice though, but you never know what they're going through, and I always like to try and give everybody the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that. I think she may have been drunk too. Not 100% sure. Oh, that's awesome, Lillian. I hope you have a wonderful vacation. Oh, thanks, Amanda. Bye, Shalene. Have a wonderful day, sweetheart. Oh, I hate being sick too. I feel bad for you. I hope you get better sooner than later. Well, I hope you're wrong there, Bunny. But I don't think my niceness will ever wear off. Maybe in regards to some people that are like constant in my life that just, for whatever reason can't be nice. I'd probably get a little bit sick of that because I'm the kind of person, negative energy kind of like it drains me. I really strive on positive energy and being positive, so I don't really like being around negative people. But other than that, I'll usually put up with just about anybody. Oh, that sounds nice. They're good, Cindy. Actually, one is curled up in the box under the desk, Miss Lilo. My boy is laying on the chair sleeping and no idea where the little one is. She keeps me on her toes, that one. She likes to steal toilet paper rolls. If they're not in the holders, she'll just walk off with it and eat it somewhere. She also likes to try and steal plastic bags. She wakes me up every morning at sometime between 4:30 and 5 o'clock because she wants to cuddle, which is pretty cute, but it also gets old. And she's going in to get fixed. I gotta go in Friday. I'm gonna prepay as soon as I get paid and try and plan a day that I'm not working to take her in. I'm a little bit nervous about that because Lilo did good when we got her fixed, but she was not quite as rambunctious as Miko is, so I do worry about Miko tearing her stitches, but hopefully she'll be okay and will actually take the time to rest. Probably not gonna happen, but I can hope. She's literally still like a little toddler. Very cute, but a lot of trouble. Bethan, hi sweetheart. I was gonna message you too and tell you that I was coming on, but I completely forgot. I'm sorry. And speaking of, I know I've left you unread for a while. I will get back to all of my messages today. It's been a little bit crazy the last few days. I ended up having to work quite a few extra shifts because we had a couple people that were sick and another person that just up and quit, so kind of short-staffed. So, and I'm only part-time, so I'll take the shifts wherever I can get them. Ooh, fun. I say that with the utmost sarcasm. Okay, random question. If you could have someone narrate your life, who would it be? Like someone who like narrates the movies? Oh, I think son. It's coming along. It's kind of hard to color this such a big area with only 3 colors though. But I'm just kind of taking my time with it. I'm trying to enjoy the process of coloring lately instead of just trying to get it done. Because otherwise I just feel too overwhelmed. So finding that just taking the time to just enjoy it and go with how I feel is really helping. Yeah, Morgan Freeman would be mine too. Yeah, the customer service part is a little bit tricky, but there's always way more nice people that come into the store than rude ones. So, I mean, you may get that one bad person that kind of wrecks your day a little bit, but then shortly after you get some really nice person that comes in and they can completely change your day. There's one gentleman that comes in all the time and he'll take the garbage out for us, and he was actually standing in line behind or in front of Rain and Carbon the one day, and he gave Carbon a toonie so he could go and get himself a treat, which was super sweet, and it just made my whole day. Cindy, the question was, if you could have someone narrate your life, who would it be? Mine would either be Morgan Freeman or the actor that played M. Effer Jones in Horrible Bosses. I don't know if he narrates movies, but I feel like he would do a good job of it. Yeah, no thanks, Pat. My grandma does that, and she's just about done with the business. They are quite looking forward to selling and moving down here. But I'm not even sure how old she is. She's probably a lot older than I think she is, because she's very young at heart. But yeah, she's, I think, definitely ready for retirement and done dealing with people, I think. Samuel L. Jackson would be a good one too. No, it's definitely not. Although I did enjoy working in her bar, because it's kind of like a small town bar. You don't get a lot of, rowdy kids or stuff in there. It's mostly like older folk who like to just drink and hang out and chill. So, didn't really mind working there. But at her age, you don't want to be running a bar, especially by yourself. She gets little to no help. It's hard to find people in that town to work there because it is such a small town. Yvonne, to be completely honest, I can't even think of one movie off the top of my head. Not that I watch a lot of movies anyways, which probably doesn't help, but I can't think of any that were narrated by women. I'm sure there is some, I just can't think of any. Okay, bye, Art Adventures. Have a great day at work, sweets. Bye, Sue. You too. Have a lovely day, hun. Diana. I don't want to burnish this too much. I want to keep that pebbly texture in here. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. I'm glad you think so. So I think I'm going to stick with these kind of colors. And then I think for the feathers, possibly the bow on her hat, her eyes, and I think some of the jewels in the chest. I'm going to do like bluey greens, so that way they really pop with all these browns. I think it's going to look really pretty. And then I have a few ideas for the background. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with yet, but hopefully it will look good. Yeah, for sure, sweets. I can definitely do that. Thanks, Pat. Hi, KP. Oh, thank you. Bethan, you and I still have to do that buddy color from one of Rita's books. Can't remember which one you have. Spring, right? Probably not right away, but I'm just throwing out that reminder there to get a fire under our butts for it. I'm a little too busy right now, but we need to do that. If anybody hasn't checked out Rita Berman's books, I definitely recommend them. I'm loving it. Especially the size of her books, because they are quite a bit smaller than normal coloring books. And the images are just super cute and whimsical. I love her style. Oh, that's awesome, Diana. I love swatching. Seems like some people love that and some people hate it. There's not really an in-between, but I am one who loves it. I had so much fun going in and redoing my swatch book. It's okay, Shannon. on the front. That's the land one, right? I can't quite remember what that translates into. The land under the microscope, I think. Can't quite remember. Cajun is Pat. But I usually always call her Cajun too, because it's just so suiting. Oh, that's awesome, Diana. It's good that you like doing it, because then it makes it a little bit more fun. And if you hate swatching, it just seems like it takes so much longer. But I have the opposite problem. I find that I never have enough to swatch. I literally love getting new stuff just to swatch it. Is that bad to say? There's just something so calming about putting down all of those colors on paper and labeling it, and it's all organized and pretty, and yeah, I'm a weirdo. KP, they are all filmed. All of them. I had those done for August, and then I just never got around to editing them and didn't have the time to put them up. And I do apologize if my uploading is sporadic, guys. I'm going to try and stick to the schedule that I have set, but I'm not making any promises because Rain is doing his schooling online, so he's going to have the computer a lot of the time. So that's going to kind of limit what I can do. But bear with me, I will do my best. But yeah, all of those are uploaded and timed. They are scheduled to go up each Friday. The 27th, there will be 2. I was trying to get them done in 4 parts, but there ended up being 5 parts. So part 4 and 5 will be posted on the 27th. I'm also going to post a options post in the community tabs for our Halloween page. So keep your eye out for that. I'll try and do that later today, if not then tomorrow. So that way we can kind of figure out what we're going to do for our Halloween color along, and I can get started filming that. Amanda, I love grayscale. I've only colored 1 picture in it, so I'm not sure if that counts for much, but the 1 picture I did color, I do like it. Yeah, lots more KP. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to have it in August for my it's like 5-year anniversary, channel anniversary from when I created this channel, not from when I really started YouTubing, because can't pinpoint that down, but yeah, that didn't really work out. August was a little bit too busy. We had way too much going on, so. Again, back to that summer thing and always having a lot to do. Yes, I was also planning on having that done in August too, Cindy. I'm going to go through, that's part of my plan tomorrow. I'm going to go through, I'm going to clean, organize, get everything back to the way I want it, and then I'm hoping to be able to film that on Wednesday. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I can go by my very first video though, because my first video was, I want to say like in October of 2015, I think. And I only posted that video, and then the next one wasn't till like February or something, and I was like, do I go by my very first video? Do I go by when I actually started getting into and posting videos regularly? And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go by when I created the channel because it shows in the info when I joined YouTube. So I'm just going by that, which I think was August 13th, but the date might be wrong. That's just off the top of my head. Okay. Liking the hat. So I think, see here, these colors were, oh no, not those ones. These colors, no. Pants here. These colors were also used for the hat. Okay. So I think I'm gonna jump into her skin now, maybe. Oh, KP, you have that voice. Girl, trust me, you do. I think we all hate our voices though, so. Ooh, 4 days after my birthday. Okay, I think just because this paper is this paper, I'm going to use marker face for her skin. Yeah, Jody, you have a beautiful voice. You really do. I was almost expecting you to have that hyper, toddler voice that you're always talking about, but you really don't. Your voice, you sound so much more grown up than I even see you. I think I kind of see people by how old they act at heart, and you are like just super young at heart, and I love it because it makes me feel super young at heart. But yeah, your voice surprised me the first time I ever heard it. Oh, welcome back, Bunny. You do not sound like a 5-year-old. Oh, I know, KP. I hardly use mine lately for some reason. It's been more just straight pencils and Inktense. Okay, and while I wait for that to dry, before we go in over top, I think I'm going to base those, the jewels and those feathers with Inktense. Funny. Crazy in a good way, or... Yeah, Jody, I agree. And you should pick a day I don't work so I can join. And not at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you're so cute. Why are you so sleepy? Stitch is probably done growing, but I swear he's like huge. I swear he's getting bigger. He takes up the whole chair. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Love to you too, hon. You have a great day as well. Bye, Amanda. Thanks for stopping in, sweetheart. Wow. If you have to stream at 4 o'clock my time, that's fine. I can always watch it back. But I will say, having a house full of minis definitely is not a bad thing. I love when the kiddos join your streams. They're so sweet. You can tell they definitely love it too. I think they think Auntie's famous. Hi, Lisa. I love your name. And I'm glad you said your name so I didn't have to use your YouTube name, because as much as I love it, I feel like if I said it, I'd feel mean. Oh, can't forget about these two feathers here. And then I think I'm just going to pick out these little like gem little shapes down here. And then that should be good for the bluey green. I just wanted a little pop of color in there, since everything else is kind of neutral. I know, I get embarrassed too. I was actually hanging out with my friend who was in town a few days ago, and his parents were asking what I did for work. And I was like, well, I'm not really working yet. I stay at home with my little one. So then, of course, he pipes up and he's like, well, you do have a YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, thanks for telling them. It's like, that's not really a job, but okay. And then, of course, they're like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I color. And they're just like, oh. I think they thought I was like one of those people that like vlogs and like talks about my life a lot, and I'm like, no, I don't really do that. I do talk about my life, but not just about that. I don't think I could do that. I'm way too self-conscious, and honestly, in my life, if I had a channel about my life, it would be very boring. It really would. It'd be like, today I ate a tuna sandwich and worked. The end. Oh, yay, bunny! Gotta love glitter. I love how much this color pops out from everything else. And I guess I lied. I still have to use those colors for this box here. So I think I'll do that first, actually. So I can find, oh, there it is, the lid for my water pen brush there here. Okay, let's make this kind of dark, I think, without going too much into her boot color. So I want to do black, dark umber, and I'm thinking the 10% French gray. We'll see how those go together. Yep, mine too, Jody. Mine too. Thanks, hun. It pops out so much, doesn't it? It's one thing. I love those like tealy blue colors, bluey greens against browns. I don't know why, but I feel like they just stand out so much against those colors. More than they would any other color. It's another thing. I mean, I talked to Carbon's school, and his teacher was saying that if we wanted to volunteer, we just have to get a background check done. So I'm gonna look into that, see if it costs anything, and I want to do that. That way, if I ever want to go in when he's in school and I'm not working, I can go hang out and help with the kiddos and stuff. Should be pretty cool. For this part, I can't remember if I used inktense as a base for that. I want to say no. I think maybe I did actually. I have it written down here. Oh, but I didn't write down the inktense. So I can't tell you if it's a base. I could look back in the previous video. I did work on this page for the Disney Colorathon. I don't know if I used a base, but the colors I used were bronze and 10% French gray. And then I just added a little bit of white to kind of get that effect to it. But yeah, I can't remember if I left it white or put a base on it. I'm not sure. Good question. Sorry, I know that was a very vague answer. I apologize for that. You think I would know, right? But I started coloring this 2 weeks ago and I have a really bad memory, so. Hi, Faith. Two seconds. I'm gonna hop back in that other video. Can't see you guys for a minute. I'm still here, but I'll still be right back in chat. Where was that? Okay, this one here. Yeah, it looks like I left it white, so thinking just the bronze and the 10% gray was all I used. Trying to find where I colored that. Okay, right there. we're good. Just those two colors. Nope, not this part, Jody. I based pretty much everything else. But not, because I knew I was going to do that white, so I kind of thought if I was going to base that part, I probably would have done it with grays, and I couldn't remember pulling any gray out, so... Yeah, you are right, for pretty much everything else. The only thing I'm not using inktense for was that part of her blouse, her skin, because I used marker. And then I think I based some of the gold stuff, but I think everything else I might just do with the Gansai Tambi watercolors and use the metallic gold maybe, but kind of on the fence yet. We'll see. Keep losing that extender. Where did I put it? Oh, there we go. I think I want to throw some bronze in here too. I don't want the wood to be quite so dark. As long as I stay away from the burnt ochre, it shouldn't match her shoes at all. Which I wish I had a pair of shoes like that. Don't think I'd wear them out of the house, but I would definitely wear them. I'm kind of clumsy when it comes to anything with heels. Where did I put the bronze? Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Yeah, you'll be mad at them probably throughout the whole series of movies. Really good series, though. right, Faith? Me too. I would have been out of there as soon as I could. Does it explain later, Bunny? If it does, I can't remember the reasoning for it. Oh, okay. See, I never read the books. Okay. I don't think I'm going to start on her skin today. I think I'll save that for Wednesday because it's probably going to take more than 20 minutes. So I think I'm just going to focus on the box of jewels here. Just I'm not sure what other colors I want to go with. Let's see, I've got the bronze out, which might work. Let's try a little bit here and see. Okay, yeah, that'll work. I do, but I don't want to ruin it for Faith. Because honestly, I probably will never read the books, so I could also look it up though, I think. Okay, sounds good, Bunny. Just trying to think of what I can do that might take up 15 minutes. Debating putting the gold in, but then it's going to be hard to work on the page because it's going to be wet. I don't think it'll take quite 15 minutes, but let's do it. And which gold do we want? I think I'm going to put in both, actually. You know, after starting coloring this, I want to rewatch the Pirates of the Caribbean series. I'm not even sure if I've seen the last one. Let those sit for a minute. I'm going to grab a super small brush. These are more for detailing nails, but they work really good for tiny spots and painting. Shiny stuff! Yeah, we'll have a few shiny and glittery things in here. I think the only glittery stuff will be in the chest, but now I can't remember which gold is which. Which is which? Yeah, I don't even think I've started that one, Bunny. Okay, let's see. I want the bluish gold for her earrings, I think. I'll do bluish gold for these little bits too. The only thing that sucks about the metallic paints is there's no dark and light. So I'll usually try and put on a highlight with a white pen, and that kind of helps. Oh, good morning, Miss Lilo. She finally woke up and came out of her box. My brush is flaking. Okay. Yeah, him and Johnny Depp. I could watch Pirates of the Caribbean all day, every day. Let's see if I can try and use this gold for a little bit of shading. Don't know if it'll work, but worth a try. It might add a little bit of extra interest either way. I don't think I've colored that one yet. Oh, thanks, Pat. I'm definitely enjoying it, that's for sure. I think I want this part of her sword to be gold. And I'll actually probably do the metallic silver on the blade. Big-eyed girls in dresses. I recommend anything Hannah Lynn, but they don't always have dresses on. quick and shade over watercolor. I'm going to kind of color this skull in a little bit to make it shiny, and I'm hoping I can come back in on Wednesday and put some pencil in over top of it. If not, oh well. And then I think the only other thing that I wanted to do is, that's too much. I want this to be shiny gold as well. I'm going to try and do a mixture of the two golds here. So that way it's not just all one single color. There we go. Can't have a pirate page without something shiny. I'm going to make some little squiggles in the shadows of the box to look like other coins. Jade Summer, yeah, that'd be a good one. Bye, Yvonne. Thanks, sweetheart. And actually, I think this too is where we're going to end it. It's been so long, I can't remember if anybody streams after me on Mondays. I'm trying to think. Move these out of the way before I dump them, and that would not be fun to clean up. Thanks, Jody. That's what I was going for, too. Let's see if I can get all that glorious shininess to show up. The sword ended up a little bit messy, but I can go back in and fix that later. Just definitely liking how she's turning out. I'm super excited. I'll have to think on those background ideas, see if I can figure something out. I don't want to go too crazy with the background, but I do want to add a little something to kind of enhance it a little bit. Thanks, Shannon. Thanks, everybody, and thank you for hanging out with me again. I've missed you all, and I will definitely be back on Wednesday at my normal time. And other than that, I'll try and keep you guys updated if I don't work mornings or don't work at all. On days that I normally stream, I'll try and hop on if I can. I'll try to give you guys a little bit of notice, but a lot of the times I might just hop on randomly. So make sure you've got your notification bells on if you don't want to miss that. And again, thanks for being here, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Okay, thanks, everybody. Bye.